I gotta talk to you, okay? Are you listening? I've got my little candle on for us to be cozy. Can you see it? It's a pumpkin candle. I know it's not fall. Don't sue me. It is raining out. It's so wonderful, so cozy, so lovely. I just filmed a cover with my brand new ukulele, which is so beautiful. Hello. Do you love her? I love her. I literally adore her. Like, this detailing, dead. $290, dead. Expensive. But anyways, it's relevant. I'm bringing that up not just because I wanted to show you. It's relevant. I did want to show you, though. I've got my little bows in my hair. I've got my pretty dress on. I'll show you. There will come a place, rise, the mighty sword. Okay. Anyways, I wanted to talk to you about something a little bit serious, but not too serious, so don't get scared and click off, okay? Listen. I keep saying listening and then saying absolute baloney, but listen. I just have this feeling. I have this little feeling, this little inkling that you are not the happiest or most passionate that you could be. And if I have to be the one to call you out this week and you're a little pissed at me, I'm okay with that. I will take that if it means I can make you more happy or more passionate, because I love you. I just want the best for you. If it's truly, like, literally, I don't care who you are. I want the best for you. I don't care if you're an ex. I don't care if you're a friend that did me wrong. I don't care if I'm a friend that did you wrong. I don't know, because, you know, we all have our things. I don't care if you've made mistakes. I don't care if you've been through it. I don't care if you haven't been through a friggin' thing, which impossible, but I don't care. I still want the best for you. I'm getting overstimulated because my dress is, like, weird and my underwear up my butt. Picking my wedgie on camera. Yep. Okay. I just want the best for you, and I'm telling you right now, it's not to be even a little bit more happy or passionate. It's not as difficult as you think. For some reason, we think that, like, joy and happiness is this, like, you have to have everything together. You have to have the perfect boyfriend, girlfriend, perfect friends, perfect partner, perfect job, perfect hobbies, perfect career. Career's the same thing as a job, whatever. To be happy, right? And you know what? I understand that not everybody can just accumulate those things. It's difficult. We have all different intricate things that have happened to us throughout our lives that maybe affect our relationships, our friendships, what we pick, and that's hard, and we're working through it, and we're trying to figure it out, and, you know, maybe we've been through certain things that stop us from going towards a career that would make us more happy, or we don't have time for all of our hobbies, like, as much as we want, right? So my goal here is to just make you that much happier, that much more passionate in your life, and then maybe that'll encourage you to start, you know, looking for that more. And it doesn't need to be this climb, constantly trying to, like, improve yourself. Like, no, ultimately, as humans, what are we all looking for? We just want to experience as much joy and happiness as we can. Hopefully not at others' expense, right? Sometimes it is, unfortunately, but so I just have a little thing I wanted to talk about because I was filming my cover with my ukulele, and I've been picturing filming this cover for months. I love YouTube. I love creating. This is something that I do to feel happier and more passionate in my life, and I've been quite successful with my ASMR channel. If you watch that, Natasha Whispers ASMR, it'll be in the description. I'm a real YouTuber. Doesn't feel like it. But what was the point? Oh, this is just something that I do that, like, I really enjoy, that brings happiness and joy into my life, and because I've had a little bit of a success, it gives me a little more flexibility in my life as well, and I have more free time to do even more things that make me happy and passionate. And I want you to know anyone can do that. You can do that. You deserve that. Why do you think you don't deserve that? And I want you to also know that if you don't think you can have that, you're the only thing standing in your way of having that. Okay? That might piss you off, and you might be like, yeah, you can say that because you've done it, you know what I mean? And you've got this, that, and the other. The thing is, I'm a person on a screen that you know nothing about, and I've had my things, man. I have had my things, and if I sat here and listed them for you, it would just be a little bit of a sob story. I'm very grateful for the things that I have, but we all have our things, you know what I mean? When is it time to just be like, well, you know what? I don't want to have those things anymore. I just want to be happy and passionate. You know what I mean? You're the only thing standing in the way of having those feelings sometimes. And I know that that's easier said than done, and I know that there's other things standing in the way too. I'm not saying it's just you. But there's some things that we still can control that are not our outer element, right? And when am I going to get to the point? I will. And this is one of those things. So, I finally filmed my car. And I've been thinking about filming this cover for this new channel that I created that is not ASMR. Because that's one of my new passions, is I really want to vlog and sing and just like put everything out there and be happy and like have you come with me and face my fears, and I'm having a great time doing it, and I hope you are too. And I've been thinking about filming this freaking cover that I keep saying for like 2-3 months now. I kept saying I'm gonna wait till I get my new ukulele. I'm gonna wait till I have a perfect day where it's really sunny out, and I'm gonna put a cute little dress on, and I kept picturing the little bows I'd tie in my hair so everything would look so perfect, and I'd strum away and my voice would sound so angelic, and then I'd post it. And not that I need it to blow up, but it would get like a decent amount of views and I'd feel so good and it was going to be amazing. I just kept picturing this in my head. Picturing. Picturing is good. You know what I mean? Thinking about what you want is good. Visualizing, good. And when it does become bad for me, because I'm a perfectionist and I'm not the type of perfectionist that like will work tirelessly to make something perfect. I'm the type of perfectionist that if I can't get it perfect, I just won't do it at all. And newsflash, literally nothing is perfect, so I will just sit there and do nothing for weeks. Like, it's a nightmare. So I realized this visualization today, I just realized as I was filming it, is what has been stopping me from actually filming it. Wanting it to be so ding-dang perfect. I remember I watched this TikTok from an artist who said, anything you're creating, any kind of art you're creating, if I could give you any advice, it would be, don't try to get it like perfect, because it's never going to be the same exact thing that you picture in your head. Sometimes it's going to be worse. Sometimes it's going to be better. Sometimes it's going to be like right in the middle, but it's never going to be exactly what you picture in your head, whatever you're creating. That was really good advice that I took today, because I was like, because I was trying to get it perfect. And I kept filming it, and I've done this before. And I'm like, no wonder I procrastinate doing these things I love, because I put all this pressure that I have to be this musician or this YouTuber and this singer with this perfect voice, and it has to all come together, and I have to look beautiful, and it has to be wonderful. Ew, that stinks. I hated that. And then I start like filming it over and over again, and it gets to a point where I'm like, wow, I have a lot more fun when I just sit with my ukulele and strum away in my room for hours by myself, picturing it rather than actually recording this and trying to get it out there, because I'm being so mean to myself, so overcritical. I'm slamming things around because the audio doesn't sound right, because I can't get the ukulele to fit in the frame properly, and it keeps slipping off of my lap, and I keep getting a wedgie, like I said earlier. And like, I was like, this sucks. I had to literally go downstairs and have some strawberries and Nutella to calm down, and some tea, because I was like, you need to relax, man. And every time you do this, you don't film again for weeks because you stress yourself out so ding-dang bad. Why do I keep saying ding-dang? And then it made me think of the topic that I recently came upon. I was reading Big Magic. Oh, I can't remember the author. She's wonderful. Big Magic, it's a book. Look it up. So good about being creative. And she said something like, you know what, let me grab it because it's right here. Oh, gosh. It sounded like I was going to fall to the floor. Elizabeth Gilbert, Big Magic. Oh my gosh. So good. My friend lent me it. I've only read that much, and it's been life-changing. Like, that's how good this book is. Creative Living Beyond Fear. So good. Now, the thing is, even if you're not an artist, right? You're not the type of person who, like, will sculpt something or sing or play an instrument, or there's still something you like to do that's creative. You're a human being. There was a really good example in this book where she said humans learned to create things before we learned a sustainable form of reproducing food for ourselves to eat, which means, just not that I have all the details, but there was like more specific details in the book, but literally we learned to create things first. There was evidence, historical evidence of us creating things before we learned to plant food to eat. Like, literally creating things was over priority of food. If you're a human being, you have some form of a desire to create something, and it doesn't have to look like how it does on the internet, or how it does in famous people's lives, or how it does for your friend. It can look however it looks for you. It literally doesn't matter. And if you're feeling like you're not as happy or as passionate as you can be, which I feel like maybe you are, and I feel like we all are, you know what I mean? We're all lacking a little bit of, like, spice. Like, we all could add a little bit of spice. Stop telling yourself that you're not a musician, that you're not an artist, that you're not a chef, that you have to be a professional to do those things. For years, bringing my baby back. And you know what? People make fun of me for playing a ukulele. They say I'm a nerd, say I'm a dork, a geek. They giggle when I talk about it. Family, friends, everybody. They make fun of me. And I laugh, and it's fine. I really don't care. Because it genuinely, like, makes me so happy and lights me up. Like, I've never felt anything like I've felt when I play it. Let me just give you an example. I used to have this feeling like there was something out there that was going to give me that feeling, that was going to, like, fill that hole. Not to say that there's not still holes that I try to fill with things that are unhealthy, mainly, like, relationships and people. But I kept thinking it was so, so deep. It's filled a lot more the past few months, but it was so deep. Like, just something missing. And I used to think I was going to find it one day. And for some reason, I thought it was the ocean, like, that if I could just get to the center of the ocean, not literally, but if I could, like, free dive and just sit in the ocean and hear that silence with, like, the goggles on and see those fish, that would be that feeling, like, my heart would, like, fill with the ocean and I could breathe, which is ironic because I'd be under the water, right? And I'd finally be like, this is it. And I'd, like, move into some beach town and go into the ocean every day. Still down for that, to be honest. Still might be able to fill more of my heart with the ocean, right? But I've played the ukulele since middle school, probably 7th grade, so it's probably like 9 years now. But I have my other little white one down here. I'll show you. Might as well. I keep getting up. I like that. I like filming videos and not caring and just having fun. That's kind of the point of this video, right? So let's just do it. This is my other ukulele I had. We did one little quick lesson in middle school in 7th grade, I remember, and I went home the day of the lesson, and I ordered this one. It was only $25. I ordered it, and I was just, I remember the first class, and I was strumming away. And literally, when you first learn ukulele, this is not tuned at all, but usually you learn, like, a really simple chord and just how to go, like, that's super out of tune, but... and I was already, like, strumming on the first class, and, like, I remember kids were being like, oh my gosh, like, it sounds so nice, and I was just like, oh, and I've always loved music, always loved music, like, obsessed, constantly listening to music, singing constantly. I have, like, 100 songs, karaoke songs that I would just sing since I was little. Always wrote little songs. They were bad, but I would write them. Right, loved it, but for some reason, there was something in my head, my entire life, that told me that wasn't possible for me. That this, like, perfectionist idea that we all have, I have it really, really bad, that I'm getting rid of now, but telling me, like, if I wasn't going to be an artist, if I wasn't going to be a musician, if I wasn't one of, like, the top tier people, if I couldn't go and, like, do it like crazy and know it perfectly and know the guitar, know the piano, have this beautiful angelic voice, that, like, I just shouldn't do it at all, and that it's not real, which is insane to think that because I create something and maybe the world doesn't see it or a million people don't see it, that it's not real. Everything is real. Every little feeling I have is real. The feelings you have on your own are usually more real than the ones you have in front of people when you're trying to act or pretend or be someone you're not. So it's like, how could this beautiful thing that brings me so much joy and fills those holes in my heart not be real? Not be legitimate, not be worth it? That ain't true. That is not true. So let me tell you. A couple months ago, I was talking with a friend who does music, and I was just like, I don't know. It, like, proved to me, it, like, snapped something into place in my brain, I swear. And I'm hoping that this video can do that for you, the way that friend did that for me. And they were just like, a normal person, you know, nothing against rich people, but, like, not rich, not, like... nothing crazy, just, like, doing all these things that I wanted to do, and, like, making music and traveling, and, like, and I was like, oh, I can do that if I want. And I remember I just stayed up all night, the night that like clicked in my brain. Things have just been like really synchronizing for me too, because I was also like reading this book and it really matched up, right? So I'm trying to like create that for you. And it like literally clicked in my brain, and I stayed up till like, no, I stayed up all night. I think I stayed up till the sun came up, writing a little song on my little ukulele from middle school, which I've like played on and off since the 7th grade. And when I tell you the feelings I got when I did this, it was literally like not, the song was cute. I'm not saying that this song is like top tier, right? It was a cute song, nothing wrong with it, and it was good. It was good. And I don't know anything about music theory. I barely know how to play the ukulele. I play it good. I'd say I'm like beginner to intermediate. But like, it was, oh my God, I was literally like, best feeling I've ever had in my life. I'm not kidding. More than relationships, like, I was completely enthralled all night long. And since then, I think I've written like 6 more. And again, they're not like perfect, but they're quite cute, and I like them, and I think they're good. And like, none of that would have been possible. I wouldn't be feeling so passionate right now. I wouldn't be feeling like in a healthier space without that. I'd still be trying to fill this void with boys, if I'm being honest. That's the big one. Ugh. Always trying to fill it with some relationship, right? Like, there's other things I've been doing too to like fill my own cup, but like the music was a big one for me. Wow, like holy moly. And I feel confident, I feel good, I feel passionate, I feel happy. And like, I've been posting it, and yeah, I'm getting like some recognition, but like not a whole lot. And I don't need a whole lot, because when I sit here and I'm so sad and I so want to like go on some dating app and like be obnoxious, right? Instead, I like sit and I write my little song, and I sit there for hours and just, whoa. It's like when you try to replace that missing hole, right, and not fill your own cup, and you look for something exterior, whether it be food, drugs, alcohol, relationships, right, whatever is your addiction. Mine's relationships. It's so temporary. It always goes away. Do you know what I mean? And you feel so like good in that moment, and then like just like that, you're like back to, all right, what's my next fix? And it's so depressing, because as you become more aware of that, you start not even really getting like the fix anymore from that thing anymore, which is good, but like also bad, because it feels bad. You start going and you're like, oh my God, it's not working anymore. It's not like filling it the way it used to. Even though I know it's going to be gone in a little bit, it still used to give me that rush. And once you become aware of it, you're like, oh, I'm not even getting the rush anymore. That's the good part though, even though it's depressing. Then you can start going, all right, what are the things that are actually going to fill my cup and be like consistent and make me feel happy and passionate and alive? And I understand not everyone can like book a trip and backpack across Europe, right? But like, what are things, like, go back to your childhood. Like mine was, again, I've always sang since I was little. I remember one of my favorite compliments I've ever gotten in my whole life was my music teacher, which I didn't even know him that well. Like, I remember we weren't close. I don't think we ever really even had a conversation. We had our chorus concert, and he had me stand at the very front and had the entire class, like, look at me to direct them through the chorus. And I remember I said, why me? And he said, you're a very musical person. Thank you. I remember, yeah, that one stuck with me. That was, like, 6th grade. I was like, yeah, but like, why in my head did that not commute? And I never learned really any instrument besides ukulele, barely. Never, like, I remember my parents asked if I wanted to do singing lessons, and I was too shy, too stage fright. I did dance for a while. Oh, just always music, always musical, right? It's always been like intertwined into my life, but there's just this thing in my head telling me, no, it's not even worth it. Not even worth it. It's not real. Like this huge, like, imposter syndrome to the max, man. We all have it. So what's that thing? Like, is there anything, and if there's nothing from like when you were a kid that's been in your whole life, right? Like subtly in the background of your whole life, what right now? Like, what makes you go like, and then you get this feeling and you're like, well, no, I'm not that. I need you to like take that idea that you are not that and like completely throw it away and stop telling yourself that. If you want to be a chef, you're a chef. Just decide you're a chef and go cook. You don't have to be good at it, but you're still a chef, right? If you want to be a musician, you're a musician. That's that. If you want to be an artist, you're an artist. A painter, you're a painter. A YouTuber, you're a YouTuber. Do you realize the second that you do it, you are it? If it brings you joy, why wouldn't you do it? Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. I love you and I want you to do it because it's so worth it. And then if you want, you can share it. And if people make fun of you, that's because they're too scared to do it themselves because they have their own imposter syndrome. Do you know what I mean? Like, stop thinking that the second you get home from work that your day's over and it's time to just kick back, watch TV, and like that's that. Your day has just begun. It's now your time to do what you actually want with your life. Listen, I have a whole thing with the 9 to 5 and the working that I don't agree with, but I understand. We are in a society where you need money. You need money to live, so I get it, okay? So I'm not going to tell you to go quit your job and run away, even though I want you to quit your job and run away. I'm going to quit my job and run away. No. Anyways, I'm just telling you, stop telling yourself your day is over. And during work, stop telling yourself, like, oh, I'm waiting for the day to be over. You know what I mean? Try to find little things to keep going. That's a whole other story we could talk about, though. But become aware of that, too. Realize that, like, you're wishing away most of your life while you're sitting at work saying, like, oh, when can I go home? When is this going to be over? That one is so tough. Such a tough realization. But triggering, too. If you feel triggered or angry by that sentence, it's because it's true and it sucks, and I'm sorry. Because I do the same thing. But yeah, at the end of the day, stop telling yourself, well, day's over, we're gonna go home now. And it just began. You can now fill your night with things that bring you joy. I used to do this thing where I'd tell myself, I'd get home from work, right, and I'd plan things for me to do. And I'd say, okay, now once that's done, I can relax. Then once I get that done, I can relax. It was like, I kept saying, once that's done, once that's done. Why are you, like, trying to get through the things you enjoy so much? Really, like, the whole journey versus destination thing is crazy. Like, it's all about the freaking journey, never the destination. Once you get to the destination, once you finish a project, you're always like, okay, what's next? And you've spent that entire time thinking, when is it going to be over? I used to do that with everything, right? I'd put on my little thing after work, read tonight, do this, like, film a video tonight, and then I would think literally in my head, okay, once that's over, I can just relax. Once that's over, so you can do nothing? Just enjoy it. Okay, that's a whole other subject as well. I don't know if you do that or if I've totally lost you as far as that goes, but start enjoying the journey as well. Like, enjoy what you do when you get home from work. If you like to cook yourself a gourmet dinner and you put your little music on and you dance around in that kitchen, you throw those herbs in, maybe you're a little tired, fight that tiredness, man. If that's what brings you joy, if that's what makes you feel happy, you bite into that food, you put that little movie on, you like, find that thing that makes you go, oh, that makes your, like, soul, like, light up. Even better if you can find a hobby that makes you feel like that also makes you money. Ooh, that would be awesome. But, you know, that's not the point. That's not the whole friggin' point of this video, but find it, man. And if you already know what it is and you're telling yourself you're not it or you can't do it or you never make time for it, make fucking time for it. Seriously, make time for it, because you're going to blink and be like, whoa, I just spent 10 years of my life, 10, 20, 30, 40 years of my life, and I just worked and I did not make sure that my soul was fed and my soul died. You don't want your soul to die. It's not a good feeling. You become like this zombie and you're just going through life. And again, I'm not saying you have to quit your job and make this crazy huge change unless you want to. Then you should. But don't do that if you're trying not to ruin anyone's life here. No, I wouldn't ruin your life. I'm sorry. God. Because I tend to go to the extreme, okay? I tend to be like, go for it. So I know that energy could be coming through the screen and could be triggering people and making people go like, girl, you're crazy. I can't do all that. I have this, that, and the other to worry about. There's no time to be happy. There's no time to think about. There is. I promise you. And you deserve it. And you need to make time for it. Like, you deserve to be happy. You deserve to live, not just survive. You deserve to live, not just be alive. You know what I mean? You deserve to live. For me right now, living is playing my little ukulele. You know what I mean? we're all, again, trying to grasp onto every moment of that happy and that joy. So, like, bring it into your life as much as you can. Fill your cup. I don't know. It upsets me to see people just, like, get through their day. Like, you are here. You are alive. Like, let's do something about it. Do you know what I mean? And again, doesn't need to be this extreme version. It could just be you put aside at the least, you put aside 10 minutes to do something you love every day. If that's what you get from this video, if one person gets just that from this video, I'm a happy camper, okay? If you can get that much more happiness and joy and passion into your life, do it. Do it. What do you want to do? Are you a singer now? You can start to write music. And you don't have to be good. Like I said, you don't have to be good. You can get better. How do you think people get good at things? How do you think celebrities are good at it? They start somewhere, man. And you can be bad for a little and still have fun. And then all of a sudden, 5 years later, a year later, you're like amazing at it. And now that's your thing. And people come to you for advice on it. And people, maybe it becomes your job. Maybe it becomes your career because you decided, I'm not going to have imposter syndrome anymore, and I am that thing now. And I'm done saying I don't deserve to be that thing, and I don't deserve to be happy because I should just go through life like this and get through it. No, you don't have to get through it. You can be happy. Was that clear? Did I get my point across? I don't really know. I kind of blanked. I feel like I have more to say. I always feel like I have more to say and like I didn't get everything, and later I'm going to be like, I forgot to say that thing, but that's me being a perfectionist again, and I could let that make myself not post this video at all. I could tell myself, hey, because you forget certain things, because you have a scattered ADHD brain and you can't get all your thoughts down at once, and your thoughts are always in a million places at once, you might as well not try because you're not a YouTuber. But I don't care, and it doesn't have to be perfect, and it's fun, and it makes me feel like I'm making a difference in the world, in my life, and other people's lives. So I'm just doing it, even if someone finds it and makes fun of me for it. I don't care, because if you feel the need to make fun of me for it, if someone feels the need to make fun of you for doing something you enjoy, those holes, man, they got holes in their heart, dude. And you're triggering them by being who you are and being amazing and being happy and being passionate. You're making them go, oh, even if they don't realize it subconsciously. Probably most people that do that, it's subconscious. And they're going, so they make fun of you to make themselves feel better, to bring you down with them, like knock you a couple notches down, even if it's in their own head, knocks you a couple notches down, makes them feel better about not going after the things that they want. So don't let people make you feel bad for being happy and passionate. Never. When someone looks at you like, because you're like living your life, look at them back like, why aren't you living your life? Okay, too much. I'm going on too much. That, I did not expect to talk that much. Because I'm a happy, passionate, freaking person, okay? And sometimes I'm very sad. I'd say 50% of the time I'm very sad. But that also makes me who I am. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. Okay. I love you. Please just listen to me even a little bit. Even if I pissed you off and you're like, I hate her. I don't care. I still love you and I still want you to be happy and passionate, man. Have a good day. I love you again.